just felt like we had a deep connection that we hadn't felt with anyone else before. He's my biggest cheerleader, and he really, I'm gonna cry. He's my home. He's a, oh, sorry.
Will is a guy you can count on to do what he says he will do. The amount of work you do for others, coaching basketball, giving advice, and just being there for your friends, your commitment to those in this room is extremely appreciated.
Your dedication and support for Heather is self-evident.
You always prioritize Heather's happiness. You make her laugh. You keep her grounded.
He's kind and he's thoughtful. He's smart and he's funny. And he truly cares about other people.
Heather is truly the definition of a best friend, as many people here today can attest to. I remember immediately being drawn to her outgoing personality, her quick wit, and her ability to make friends with anybody in the room.
She's the friend who will laugh the hardest with you and cry right alongside you when you're hurting.
Wow. That looks great.
Thank you.
Most people have stories like this. It was one of those ones where this is the first place I'd like to do it, and then here's a backup plan, and here's backup plan B. And
I could sense something was up. I didn't know that he was going to propose, but I could sense something was up or different. And
first spot I planned, there were like a whole bus of tourists or something, and then I had a second spot planned. I think like Heather said, oh, well, why don't we go here instead? And then it was just like, nothing was coming up right.
so we were actually driving back home from our wine tour, and he just pulled over to the side of the road at a lookout point.
And I was like, I'm making this happen today. Like
Said, let's go out and take some pictures, and that was very out of character for him. So I was like, okay, because he was just set on asking me, and we walked out to the lookout point looking out on the water, and he asked me to marry him.
The maid of honor was preparing for the shower, and she asked, when did you know that you wanted to marry Heather? And so I was thinking about that. We just sort of stayed up all night talking about anything and everything. I've never felt a connection like that with someone, and I could tell that she felt the same way. On some level, I knew like after that night, talking with her for 7 hours, like I've never, like this is my person. People's feelings are so incredibly important to her. She cares more than like anyone I know.
Heather and Will, you fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. Do you, Heather and Will, promise to keep each other as the favorite person in your life, to laugh with each other, go on adventures with each other, support one another through life's tough moments, be proud of each other, grow old together, and find new reasons to love each other every day?
I do.
I do.
Heather, I take you to be my wife,
Knowing in my heart that you will be my constant friend,
my faithful partner, and one true love.
you're my best friend, and I will love and respect you always.
Heather and Will, you've exchanged vows in our presence and sealed your vows by the holding of hands. I declare you are now husband and wife. You may seal your vows with a kiss. It is my honor to introduce Heather and Will.
We're here to celebrate two people who would absolutely bend over backwards if it meant that your day got even just a bit better.
I'm so happy for them because they found something perfect together.
You are truly a perfect match and are certainly each other's better halves.
And complement each other very well.
As it turns out, by finding each other and forging their life together, it actually has become a dream come true for them.
Will, you've already become an important part of our family, but we're thrilled now that it is formally so. Know Heather very well, die-hard naturalist, live off the land Heather, dancing in the kitchen, amazing aunt to her niece and nephew Heather, packs for a month when she's traveling for a day Heather, will drop anything at all when anytime you need her Heather. She's multifaceted for sure, but annoyingly only in the absolute best ways.
Heather, we are incredibly proud of the individual you have become.
Absolutely the best thing about her. She just makes him so happy.
So please join us, raise your glass, in toasting a happy couple.
Wishing you a lifetime of joy, love, and happiness to Heather and Will. Cheers!
And I'm just so thankful to call you my wife and to get to spend the rest of my life with you.
You have waited a really long time for this day, and it's everything I imagined and more, mostly in part because I get to marry the love of my life and my best friend. You are the finest, loveliest, tenderest, most beautiful person I have ever known, and even that is an understatement. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world to be able to call you my husband. I've loved you for 10 years, growing more and more every day, and I will continue to love you forevermore.